For all my writers out there, tell me if this seems like a familiar scene for you. You go up to your computer, you're about to sit down, you want to write out the next amazing chapter of your manuscript, and nothing's coming to you. You're sitting there staring at an almost empty screen, thinking, what can I possibly write that will bring me joy and make this chapter the best that it can be? That is called writer's block. And I can tell you that nearly every fiction writer out there has dealt with this at some point or another. Most of the times, multiple times. And this is something that I have dealt with myself multiple times as well. Whenever I was writing book 6 of the Red Sky series, writer's block hit me many times. And there was a specific time whenever I paused writing on book 6 for a long time. I was stuck at a point where I didn't know where the story was going to go. I was bored. I really had no idea how it was going to continue. I knew that this was not a natural thing because writing brought me joy. It's something that I want to do. I think it's something that I'm good at. And it's something that I knew that I needed to get back into. And this is something that I'm sure that a lot of you writers out there have similar thoughts on. So whenever I wanted to get out of this writer's block or push through it, I told myself one thing. I needed to make this into a habit again. And to do that, I was going to write one sentence per day. All it had to be was a sentence. It didn't have to be a long one, it just had to be a sentence. And surprisingly, that seemed to work. Whenever I would write out a sentence, it seemed like picture a bonfire. At the end of a bonfire, you'll have these little embers that are still smoldering after the fires have died down. It's not completely gone away, but there's still those little embers that are like glowing red and yellow and white and all that stuff. Looks pretty, and if you stir it up and you put little leaves or little sticks around it, then it may reignite. That one sentence that I would be writing was like those embers. Because if I wrote down a sentence and it helped me push the story forward, even if it was just a little nudge, then what's to stop me from writing a second sentence? Heck, even a new paragraph entirely. And this seemed to help bring me out of my writer's block because I was writing something. Even if it was just a little bit of creativity, it was still pushing me past where I was before. And after a while, like maybe 2 weeks or so of doing this consistent process, I found that I was several chapters further than where I had started. And at that point, the writing had become a habit again. I was enjoying it more. It was something that I was looking forward to doing. So, being able to even just take like a small step, like a sentence or a single paragraph, will help you push your story forward, and it will help start sending cracks all throughout this wall of writer's block. And eventually, as you keep doing this, that wall is going to fall. And it's going to unleash your torrent of creativity to finish your story, get past a point where you were stuck before, and it will reinvigorate you to push yourself to the next level. There's multiple times whenever I've had to reintroduce this process to myself, and a lot of the times I can predict when it's going to happen now. It's mostly whenever there's not a like an action scene going on, and it's mostly just like a droning part of the story for me to write, because I know that there are some scenes in my head, in my plots, that I want to get to, and I'm just like, I want to get to them, and I don't want, and I know I have to get through this slow part of the book, or an important part, but still a slow part. And I know that that's going to be a point where writer's block is going to hit me, because I know that I want to get to this point, but I have to force myself to get through this side. And this part is where I would institute my just write at least one sentence a day. And doing that, I know that I will get through this part, and I'll be able to hit that tidal wave of creativity that I know that I wanted to get to. Now, I would implore you, try something similar. There's definitely no harm in trying this or trying other people's methods for getting rid of writer's block. Sometimes, and this is something that may be a little bit more of an extreme example, if you're not having any luck with that current story, start another one. Write the first sentence of a new story, and you'll be able to start that one. You'll have a whole new world that you can jump into. This one may even come easier than the previous one. And whenever you hit a slow point for that one, or you're having writer's block with that one, jump back to your old story and finish up where you left off with that one. Do another sentence, and then keep working on it. And then you'll have two stories that you maybe just started on one, and you can use the creativity from both stories to bounce back and forth with each other. Again, that's something that I've done with my current story. There was a point where I got super stuck, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to move this plot forward. I still need to figure out what exactly is going to happen. So I was like, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to start on this other one. It's going to be temporary, but it'll at least give me a start for after this one's done. And that seemed to work, because I got several chapters of this new story done, and then I hit writer's block on that one, and then I jumped from this one back to the previous one, and then I can finally get through that wall that I had been stuck with previously, and I can move forward with that one with a whole new mindset after figuring out what I needed to do with that plot, because it had given me time to think about this stuff. And while I was still fueling my creativity by writing other things, all of that was simmering and still helping build this previous story in the background. So I would say, so long as you even just do small things, write one sentence a day, and keep your creative fires burning, then I know that if I could get past that writer's block, then all of you guys can definitely get past their writer's block. So I will wish you guys luck in your writing projects, your whatever books you want to put out there. And since we're talking about books that we'll be putting out there, if you would like to check out my books, go to Amazon and check out the Red Sky series. It starts with A Red Sky is Upon Us. It's a story about a pirate captain who falls in love with the daughter of a Commodore. And it's all about how their two worlds collide, and they're search for treasure and their battles with various different mythological creatures and legends of the sea, so to speak. It's a mix of a variety of genres. Could be, it's like historical fiction, action adventure, with a little bit of romance thrown in there as well. I think that if you guys like pirate stories, then you will definitely enjoy these ones. If you would, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And I'll be putting out some more of these in the future. Have a good day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.